This is the Jay Pitts Show.
And we're back, folks. Welcome back to the Jay Pitts Show. I'm your host, Jay Pitts, here with Ryan Harris.
Yeah, a couple weeks off. We're back.
Couple weeks off. Got to tour the country of Ireland, and Northern Ireland, which technically two different countries. But
Probably a good couple weeks for us to take off anyways. You were traveling. I was trying to get our house ready to sell.
That's right, which you did.
Yeah, we
did.
put
Under
it
contract, not closed
under
yet.
Contract, yeah. Put it on the market at 12, under contract at 8. So
pretty solid. Multiple offers?
Yes. Yep.
Multiple
offers. We'll talk later about details.
No, you got. We're not going to jinx it.
You got to wait till it closes.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's past inspections.
So I always say you are past inspection.
Yep.
That's solid. So first major hurdle, probably the biggest hurdle. But no, seriously, you know me. I don't jinx it. There's no congratulations until the closing is settled.
No cigar till after.
No cigars till after. The money's got to be, the wire transfer has got to be settled.
Oh, I'm going to take a check.
I'm going to take a check. Okay. So, but that's good stuff. That's positive. Yeah. Further illustrates our claim that we have made here on the show that there are two markets out there, right? The homes that are available, priced well, and are prepared for sale. They sell and sell quickly, while the rest, they sit.
Yeah.
Specifically the ones that hit 30, 45 days on the market sit.
I think it'll be a good combo for after it does sell, talking about, we talk a lot about how to prepare your home. You're going to spend a little money up front. How do you price it?
For sure.
I'm really pleased with everything we did and where we priced it. And I think, we preach it on here, and a lot of agents don't practice what they preach when they sell their house.
110%.
To be honest, but in this case I did, and it's going to be a really good conversation once it does close.
Last time I sold my personal residence, I took my own medicine. And I have no doubt from how you've explained this that you did as well. I mean, really, I think the thing that you have to not shortchange is going the extra mile to prepare it for sale, prepare it for showings. It just feels different when the house is super clean, when the photos are great, when the landscaping has been touched up, when you handle all the little details, when you take care of sealing that gutter that's got a drip, because or a leak,
drywall tape kind of
drywall tape cracks, spot painting. That annoying punch list that you've lived with, because every homeowner does. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the benefit of having it fixed for your tenure, but those are the things that turn off buyers. The one missing knob on the kitchen cabinets, the little stuff.
I think the thing about doing it too, if you're an agent selling your house, and when you do that, you do it yourself, know what you did, how the deal went, what you got. It's a lot easier conversation to have with clients when you're telling them what they need to do. Like, hey, I'm not just telling you this, like, this is exactly what I did, and it worked out great. And whenever other people do what I tell them to do, it usually works out great as well. So I'm not just telling you to do this. I did it as well when I sold my house.
I didn't sell mine in one day, but I sold it in 3 days, and that was 2019, and I sold it above list price. And, so the same concepts apply today. The market dynamics are slightly different. But yeah, you do the right things and you get the right results.
Yeah, I think my house also showed you don't have to do response times like a lot of these houses do.
I'm not a fan. Ever.
A lot. I would say most houses now, if it's move-in ready and price well home, like, it's more of a chance than not that they're going to have some kind of price response time.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen. We didn't do that. And, once again, we'll talk later about the whole details of the deal once it closes. But.
So to be explicit for those of you that are not in real estate, what Brian's talking about here is desirable listings often now go to market. And I think this is, frankly, between you and me, Ryan, I think it's a bit lazy on the agent's behalf. They have showings restricted until a certain day and time, which, okay, I can buy that if there's a solid reason for it. If you're preparing for something, if you've got a plumber can't come out until Tuesday, but you want to get the house on whatever. Okay. Restrict showings. That's fine. I don't like it. I think you shouldn't put your house on the market until you're ready to show it, and you should allow showings immediately. I think that's the best way to feed the frenzy of a active listing is allow showings immediately, but okay, I can buy it. But then also they have offers considered at a certain time. Usually that time is in between the time that showings are allowed and some future date.
I feel like it's usually like all offers to be submitted by 6 p.m. on Sunday.
6 p.m. on Sunday with a response to be, Monday at noon or something like that. And that is under the guise of fairness, I think, in most cases, allowing people, to have an opportunity to come see the house. But, a seller is under no obligation to be fair.
Right.
In those situations. Now, you have to negotiate fairly. You can't be a crook in negotiating, but you don't have to make your property accessible to all buyers. Okay? And as a listing agent, it is my job to engineer a circumstance where my client gets the best price and terms. And if I can get the best price and terms by allowing those most motivated to make an offer quickly, to be responded to quickly, then that's how I do my job. And I think agents make it easy on themselves. They make it needlessly simple. Complexity sometimes helps you achieve your job. And frankly, what I want as a listing agent in those scenarios is to be working each party, okay, specifically the agents that I've transacted well with in the past that I can rely upon to push the needle as far as I can for my seller. And I think that just takes the air out of the balloon. It takes the skill that I have that I can use to get my client the best possible situation and scenario. It takes away from my ability to do so. So I'm not a fan of it. I representing myself, I would never do it. I'm glad to hear that you didn't.
Yeah. I think it also takes away the ability for a buyer to feel like they are beating other people to the house.
Yeah.
When it's a response time, it's like, well,
we got time.
Yeah.
It also invites
there's really no sense of urgency.
I call them bully offers. It also so the dynamic when the first person in makes the best possible offer with a quick response time, there's nothing bullying about that. That's just we're aggressive. When you say no offers until, offers won't be reviewed until Sunday at 6, and they make you a full price cash offer on Friday, and they say, I need a response in 2 hours, because, the buyer still has the autonomy, regardless of whatever parameters you set, they have the autonomy to make the offer they want to make. There's nothing says they can't. But now you have to respond to it, and they're basically saying, we don't care about what you said. We're doing this. And now you're immediately at odds. And I don't like that. I don't think it makes for good transactions. So there's the case for not doing response times.
We'll talk about it hopefully in a few weeks here.
We'll talk more specifics when you get closer to the closing table.